is my anniversary date,
Okay,
so
so
that'll be 2 years.
That's a good day.
Yes.
I like September 14th.
Is that your
That's
birthday?
his birthday.
That's my birthday.
Excellent. We'll have to
Yeah.
celebrate, Richard. We'll have mutual
Whoops.
cake society.
There we go. Cake day.
Cake day. Well, we're actually looking at that. We're trying to put our plans together. We would like to have the symposium again, so we'll see how that goes, because in an election year, sometimes it's kind of more difficult, but we may then change the panelists and how that looks. We're also looking at doing our signature mayor's breakfast again.
Oh, we missed that.
It's
Yeah.
like the comedy show of, I mean, it seriously is. It's hard to describe that you can have 16 mayors get in a room and you think, oh boy, but they try and outdo each other. Okay, so this year, we had Mayor Hal Rose of West Melbourne. He came and he brought the life-size poster of Mayor Capote from Palm Bay with his Dancing for the Space Coast picture.
Oh my goodness.
So he was standing behind him with his picture. I mean, they really are trying to outdo each other. It's hilarious. So we have that coming up in May. Our board installation and business awards happen in January. We're looking at a new event. We're looking at Burgers and Brews by the Bay.
I like the sound of that.
I know, right? Who doesn't like
That's
that?
got a good sound. Yeah.
When we used to do First Friday by the Bay, we had a really good turnout, but for us to put that on every single month was really challenging. So we're thinking, well, why don't we have one night, get a great band, have some food trucks, have our vendors, and really have fun right by the chamber, because the view of the bay is... My office has the best view, I'm sure, in Brevard County. I mean, it is seriously just beautiful. So
I think I made a comment on one of your Facebook pictures you were working. I was like, how do you work with a view like that? You know?
But good for the mind, because when I'm stressed out, I look out and I'm hoping to find a dolphin or a manatee and see the birds fly by, and it's just so calming. But so that's one of our events. We're looking at having a tabletop expo. We are looking at our Brevard Business Professionals. So we're doing that monthly. Our luncheon is monthly. Your trainings. We have after hour mingles or breakfast. So we've got a few events in the works. So I don't want to say yes, we're doing them, because we haven't finalized everything yet. We're still in our planning. I'm hoping to have it done by the end of this week. So I'm just, I guess, premature coming, but yeah, we have so much going on. But the symposium is, one thing
That's
that I'd
now.
love to. Yes, that was the now. So we needed to promote that. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be able to share that with our community, and we'll again get links out there on
thank you.
all of our platforms so that people can find out more. And definitely, I mean, you don't have to belong to the Palm Bay Chamber.
No.
However, I do know that it is very valuable for a business to belong to the Greater Palm Bay Chamber. So expand on that and share. I mean, it's great networking opportunities, not only at all these big events, but other stuff as well. You have a lot of stuff going on.
We do. And, for the first time, I think ever, we have a guide for South Brevard County. When one of the things when I got to the chamber, and we are like a tourist drop in as well, because they think chamber, so they ask for a map and they want to have information, and we didn't have anything. The guide that said Palm Bay had, I opened it up and it had Sebastian Inlet was the middle page, Atlantis was one page, and the zoo was another, and I went, okay, what's Palm Bay? The tree, the palm tree? I mean, I was, that's not saying a lot. We have a lot going on. So that was another thing that it started with, wanting to have a Palm Bay guide to collaborating with the surrounding cities. So now part of this guide is Palm Bay, West Melbourne, Grant Valcaria, and Malabar. We're all going to have information in this guide of what to do, important numbers, who you call for the different cities when, schools and libraries and boat launch areas. And so this is going to be a resource guide, but our members get a free listing in this guide. And we're printing 10,000 copies.
Wow.
And it's going to be on the website for the Chamber, for Melbourne, West Melbourne, Palm Bay. And the mayor from Malabar said, well, we want that on our site too. So I mean, great exposure for our members. And we just kind of extended that to August 31st because we want to get it printed. It would be nice before the symposium. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but we have until the end of September we want to get it out for the start of the snowbirds coming in.
Great idea.
So, but that's great for our members. It's free to have a listing in there. So it comes with your membership. We also have Monthly, we have our luncheons. Those are our signature events. We have coming up Phil Archer. We have Tom Campbell from Harris. We have Greg Donovan coming from the Orlando Melbourne International Airport. We have Jeff Pearsall from Space Coast Media. So we've got some great speakers coming up for the last quarter. Then we have our Brevard Business Professionals last Tuesday of every month. We have a monthly chamber chat. So that's our little YouTube channel, our Facebook Live, and that's our third Tuesday of every month from 2 to 3. We have Richard and Cheri Martin. Who
Yeah, we have one more this year in
Yes, you
October.
do. Yes,
we'll be talking
you do.
on holiday marketing. So
that's
holiday
perfect.
marketing tips. Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely for the
we've been doing that
businesses.
for how many years now? This is our fifth. Is this our
Fifth
year?
or sixth year we've been talking to holiday marketing, so it falls right in from when we're going to be. I think it's the second or third Thursday. I'm not sure. I was looking at my calendar the other day trying to figure out how am I going to get everything in. But
That's
yeah.
great, because I think a lot of people get so wrapped up in the holidays that they kind of forget their marketing. And that is, you just can't. And so we're kind of that's perfect for us. We're having our media and advertising auction. So that's coming up in October, and they can get advertising for pennies on the dollar. I mean, that's why I was just talking to Jeff about getting an ad here on the TNT, right? TNR. So I apologize.
TNR, right, yeah.
Okay. TNR radio.
Yes. That would be awesome, yes.
We usually get things from Hometown News and Florida Today and billboards. We've had full page ads in Florida Today that are worth $5,000.
I bid on something last year that I haven't even used it. And I called her and I said, can I still take advantage of this? We've just are now planning our marketing because we had already started some stuff last year. So yeah, I'm going to meet with her next week.
So, there's business cards, there's senior scene, there's senior living, there's the boomer guide. I mean, really, these are the media in Brevard County to get your message out. And like I said, they go for pennies on the dollar, and it is part of your marketing campaign. You think, let's give that a try.
That's a fun night, too.
is
A lot of
fun.
great networking, a lot of laughs.
Yes.
A few drinks, lots of food. Is it going to be...
and notice how they arrange it. The drinks are before the auction.
Oh, you betcha.
They did that. Yeah, that was definitely
Is it gonna be
premeditated.
Holiday
PK's?
Inn Express again,
Okay.
yes.
PK's
yes.
place, whatever?
Yes, and we're hoping to have Carrabba's again. They put on the amazing spread and
Yes.
the sangria. We had
Yes.
fun. We did have fun.
and what is it, $10 to get in?
We're
you raise
looking
it?
at free tonight this time.
oh, wow,
yeah,
that's
free
a good-
to attend because I think people sometimes still don't get it. Like, we've been doing this for so many years, and I don't think they understand the value of this event. It's unique to Brevard County, and it's one of those things that as a business owner, why wouldn't you want to get an ad in some of these papers or on the radio, or, if you have 100,000 people listening to a podcast, why wouldn't you want to be advertising on that? So it's getting them to try things they may not think about, think outside the box, and then help them with the pricing on it, because sometimes then they can make it into a package deal, and then they realize the value. I think it's unfortunate when people think, like newspapers dead, or radio's dead, or I mean, everybody's still watching and listening to these things, so it's knowing your target market and
Precisely.
reaching them in different directions. So
And you mentioned it right square on the head there from marketing. Wherever your audience is where you have to spend your time and your money.
right.
And it doesn't matter whether I personally like it
Right.
or I don't like it.
Right.
If I want to have money in the bank, so to speak, I've got to be there. I've got to be seen.
Right.
Well, and it's a fundraiser for the chamber. It's also a great opportunity to get together and meet people you may not have met yet, to network. To me, those are the opportunities right there. Plus, the icing on the cake is to be able to bid on advertising and possibly even get it at an 80% off. I mean, because I know that they cap some.
Yes.
That you have to start the bids at that point, but. I know that there were some things last year that were just going away. Like, I'm thinking, wow.
I know.
I wish I could use that because, but it was like,
I know.
I'm looking at Richard.
The
I
chamber should take this. We should bid on this. This is a great price.
We went there knowing how much I could spend.
It's good to have your budget. Yes, yes.
But it was fun just watching the people bid back and forth too.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the billboards were neat. We actually used billboards because we have our chili cook-off, and we did that for the first time this year. It was so much fun. We had that at Harley-Davidson. We're going to have that again in February. We had our celebrity judges. So there was Sheriff Wayne Ivey. There was Palm Bay Mayor William Capote. We had Tom Niedert from the Brevard County Fire Department. So it was a great event. We had about, 15 to 20 contestants, Bob Aiello and Ginger from ERG. They won for Taster's Choice. And so it was just such a great day. There were the kids zone. We had the gerbil, I just call them gerbil balls, where you get in, they roll around. They look like gerbil balls to me. Bounce house, there was bands playing. We had beer. It really was a great day. Nice for the family and great exposure right there at the Harley-Davidson on Palm Bay Road. So, that was fun.
Well, I realized, just listening to all this and being active in our business community now, gosh, going on, is it almost 20 years?
Wow.
1998, we started our business, and we've evolved over the years, but next year, 18, we'll be hitting our 20th that we've been in business together. But I know that we immediately started getting involved in chambers of commerce. And as I said, we have actually been a member of all four at one time. We are involved in other associations as well. And when it really sits down, you evaluate where you're really building your business. we look at the chambers of commerce, the people that we've met. And what I really see and witness within the chambers is the friendship. I mean, you mentioned Bob and Ginger. I mean, they're friends of ours, but they also are a business associate. I mean, she's come to some of our workshops, and we've helped her with some of their social media. We hired them to do all our duct work and put a new air unit in. But that's what we support each other.
Just everything rolls. Everything just goes around.
And it's all about that friendship.
Well, and they say in business, you want to do your business with somebody you know, like, and trust.
Exactly.
And this is the opportunity to get to know that, because I remember when I was at a meeting one time at another chamber, and I had said, I need an air conditioner person. And they said, just look at the chamber website. And I said, who would you recommend? If this was your house, who would you call? And that's what, we want to know, is that you're making the referral, and it's your reputation as well. And so when you get to know people in the chamber and see them and see their consistency and how they are in business, then you have no qualms in recommending them, because you have gotten to know them and you see what their business does. And so then, you feel comfortable, because there's nothing worse than referring somebody and they either do a bad job, don't follow up, don't call, and then you're like, so I think that's one of the good things about the chamber, is to, spend that time and make those connections.
For sure.
Well, and the whole thing there, that's where the networking comes in.
Yes.
That's where you get to get that know, like, and trust factor and decide who you want to spend your money with.
Right.
And do it from there. And I don't mean to make that sound cold or calculating or anything like that.
No.
But in fact, you just said it, Bob Berg's phrase.
Right.
We do business with people we know, like, and trust.
Right.
And where else can you go to get that?
Right. Well, and they know they're going to see you again, so they better do it right.
Ooh, I like that. That was good.
They want that referral. I know. And what I love about it is, because when I'm on social media, and whenever I hear anybody, or I should say listen, I listen on social media with the news feed, and I see somebody talking about having air conditioning problems, or maybe, water problems or whatever. I immediately think of those people that I know and have built relationships with through the Chamber of Commerce. And I know Richard this week, we had not really been involved yet in any of the leads groups. I mean, we have over the years, but our schedule has not allowed us to.
Sure.
And we started looking at those opportunities. So this week, Richard went to the Palm Bay one.
I did see
Monday.
Richard there. Yes.
So they were going to either take turns or, because our schedule gets crazy. But I know
I
he
was very impressed by the people that were in there.
Oh, good.
And they're good people. They
Absolutely.
They actually did pass leads. That were qualified leads.
Leads, I
on
love
that.
it.
And then we all took notes on where we can help people out over until the next meeting comes around.
Yeah, There's leads groups, there's BNI groups, and I know BNI is a lot more formal. They tell you how many millions of dollars in business that they've done. You have that pressure. You have to come. You have to bring a replacement if you don't. And I think there's a place for everybody, and you have to find what fits you, your personality, and your business. And so that's one of my goals, I think, for next year is to have another leads group because not everybody can meet on Monday. So we have one the 2nd and 4th, but I'm looking to maybe build another one, another day, another time, so that we can reach more of our members that are interested in having that connection. Because leads groups, it's like having